Women are frequently regarded as the physically weaker gender, a reality acknowledged. This should not, however, result in a reduction in their respect, as history has demonstrated via multiple instances of men learning this lesson through challenging experiences. It is crucial to acknowledge that women have the ability to pose tremendous challenges. Women are frequently portrayed as kind and innocent people that are admirable in society's societal conditioning, which includes fairy tales and traditional gender roles. But it's important for you to know that it might be harmful to ignore the complexity of a woman's character. No matter how honorable a guy may be, if he doesn't comprehend the subtleties of woman's behavior, he may find himself, sooner or later, in a situation where he risks being hurt by a woman. In today's video, we will talk about 7 things that men must learn about women. Now let's dig into our video. 1. Detest weakness. Women frequently display higher than average levels of empathy, easily understanding the feelings of others. However, many women have a negative perception of any demonstration of empathy when it comes to men, particularly those who are thought to be weak. In fact, they are biologically resistant to a man's frailty. Men frequently make the mistake of acting weak and emotionally flimsy around women because of the widespread belief in today's society that it is normal for men to show vulnerability and express their feelings in public. Women historically have been drawn to men who project power and leadership abilities. As a result, they may not feel pity for men who find it difficult to deal with their problems. A woman could appear to be empathetic on the outside, but she might be turned off by your weakness on the inside. 2. Hypergamous. Women often look for partners who are thought to be of a higher status, but men frequently create relationships with individuals who are seen as being of a lesser status or level. This translates to women wanting a mate with attributes that are better than their own, such as higher salary and more capable leadership. In contrast, many men do not give these aspects much weight while looking for a spouse and are frequently satisfied to date someone who could have financial restrictions. It's critical to note that this behavior does not, in fact, imply that women are just interested in money or material belongings. Rather, it represents their innate need for protection and security. This instinctive tendency makes perfect sense because women need a spouse who can effectively lead and support them, as well as any future children. From a biological perspective, it would be detrimental for a woman to choose a spouse of lesser ability, as this could endanger her and her lineage's welfare. Therefore, it would be more fruitful to comprehend the evolutionary roots of this trend than to harbor grievances against it. However, excuses are not appropriate in this situation. There is no justifiable reason for men to feel inferior to their female partners in a variety of ways if they are motivated by testosterone-fueled desires and aspirations. 3. She will test you endlessly. Men frequently view women as unpredictable because of their frequent mood swings. In reality, women use conscious or unconscious testing techniques to determine a potential partner's suitability for a committed commitment throughout the dating stage. The custom of women assessing men to choose compatible partners has a long history, and this evolutionary behavior is still present today. Women have a generally entrenched behavior that they use to assess a partner's suitability for a lifetime commitment and the prospect of having children together. Different manifestations of these tests exist. Women occasionally experience emotional outbursts and start arguments. Whether you pass the test depends on how you react in these circumstances. If your response remains composed and unaffected, you emerge victorious. On the other hand, if you become emotional and engage in an argument, the test is deemed unsuccessful. 4. She needs security. The world has undergone changes, and women now possess greater financial stability than ever before. However, these shifts haven't altered our inherent biological predispositions. Every woman, without exception, still looks for financial stability, as well as emotional and physical security in a mate. The secret to capturing a woman's heart still lies in inspiring a sense of security in her. You need to be the unchanging pillar against which her emotional surges can crumble. Your demeanor should never waver in the face of her emotional turmoil. Even in instances where a woman earns a higher income than you, it's important to recognize that her intrinsic nature isn't inclined towards providing for a man. Though modern society has promoted the idea of gender equality, men and women are still fundamentally different from one another. These distinctions have endured throughout history and will do so in the future. 5. Nice guys finish last. Women are not an exception to the pattern that the world seems to be fairly merciless towards people who are commonly referred to as nice guys. This phrase frequently refers to a person who displays a passive-aggressive demeanor while hiding behind a front of friendliness and trying to manipulate others in order to get what they want. It is possible to view this tactic of pretending to be kind as a coping mechanism, an attempt to win others over while hiding true intentions. It's important to note that women have the intrinsic ability to recognize fake, nice guys, quickly recognizing them even from a great distance. As a result, these people are typically consigned to the friend zone, whereas women frequently pick to date bad boys, who are strong and domineering, or who act in unconventional ways. You see, a jerk or bad boy usually exudes clarity in their objectives, along with masculine traits like assertiveness and authority. This difference between the two archetypes is striking. People are drawn to his sincere and unassuming demeanor because it demonstrates a level of honesty that the nice guys frequently lack. 6. Disrespect. If given the chance, women frequently show a lack of respect. You unintentionally open the door for a woman to disrespect you in the future as soon as you allow her to call you names or raise her voice without being corrected. Numerous times, guys have expressed their frustration with their spouses getting physically abusive or assaulting them. It's crucial to understand that a woman turning to physical violence typically does so as a result of unbridled contempt that the men have previously condoned. In this situation, a woman hitting a man physically is frequently the culmination of multiple earlier incidents of unbridled disrespect. The fact that the man failed to set up clear boundaries for himself is what led to this circumstance. In a nutshell, allowing frequent acts of disrespect to continue opens the door to more severe types of mistreatment. Even though it may be unfortunate, the slap might act as a wake-up call for the man to face the truth of the circumstance. In your life, you don't permit others to abuse or show disrespect towards you, so there's no reason to allow a woman to get away with it. By disregarding minor instances of disrespect, you inadvertently invite more severe and damaging forms of it in the future. 7. She wants a winner. Strong moral principles and a good character are unquestionably important, especially for men. However, it is critical to recognize that these characteristics do not compensate for the universal desire of women to seek out successful men. People who frequently find themselves on the losing end of life's fights may turn to their morals and character, using these qualities as barriers behind which they can dodge the task of pursuing achievement. They might declare a lack of desire in seeking triumph, while highlighting and elevating their virtue as their most important quality. In actuality, this posture frequently acts as a defense mechanism to avoid competing against other guys and dodging the challenges on the road to victory. It's crucial to recognize that no woman is genuinely attracted to a man who consistently falls short and fails to succeed. This unchanging facet of life underscores the reality that while experiencing losses is part of the human experience, there exists a significant distinction between facing defeat and embodying the identity of a loser. A loser isn't merely someone who stumbles. It's an individual who lacks the drive to attempt, who fails to rise after a fall, and who resorts to feeble excuses. You must take charge of your life and change yourself into a victor in order to move forward. There is no other path to take. This is the only option.